NHRA Pro Stock here. If you'll permit me a little joke, we're in the lecture hauler here, I guess, right?
Okay, that's pretty close.
Okay, lecture hauler. Let's talk a little bit about that Western Swing, because in this NHRA Powerade Series, those are three of the most difficult races that anybody ever setting up or driving a car are going to do. I mean, you've got Denver. Let's talk a little bit about Denver. I mean, that place got to give you fits.
Yeah, you're right. It's a difficult series simply for the fact you've got three racetracks that are absolutely different from each other. You go to Denver, there's 6,000 feet up in the air. The air's so thin the birds are walking when you get there, so you know you aren't going to have any horsepower. Now they completely resurface it. They got a cooling system in on the starting line, so the track will probably be better than it's ever been in its life, but because of the economy, we can't afford to go test there. So we're going to have to go in there blind on that deal. I'm sure some of the high finance teams will go out there and test prior to it, but we'll take a shot at that one. Then from there, and I have to mention that Denver is absolutely one of the most picturesque tracks as far as spectators are concerned. I mean, there's not a bad seat in the house. That's one thing that Denver is really a neat facility to attend. You go from there to Seattle, absolutely marginal racetrack. It's not too far from Seattle, but it's not run that often. They only run one national event a year. I think they may have a points race, a Lucas Series points race there with just the sportsman cars. It's a marginal track, very little paving in the pits. I mean, it's a throwback to the 60s in reality. Now they've got some plans to refurbish that facility, but because of all the environmental concerns they have up there, who knows if it'll ever get done. From there you go to Sonoma, Bruton Smith-owned track. Beautiful facility after they've redone it. Track surface is good. The air can be fantastic. So it'll be the fastest racetrack we attend on that Western Series. But at the same time, you get there, it could be 40 degrees during the day, or it could be 100. You had no idea. It's so close to the ocean. The temperature swings are just drastic there. So you've got a real tuner's nightmare.
You came back here at Englishtown when we talked here. You came back from a little bit of adversity to get yourself a pretty good qualifying spot there. Your hauler kind of had a mechanical on the way up.
Yeah, we've had some challenges so far this weekend. There we had a problem with the engine on the hauler. We had to borrow a truck versus my other trailer's got single phase power, so we couldn't jump lead over to that one, so we had to borrow a generator, rent the generator for this race. And then on top of that, we get to the first round. NHRA decided that the lane is just perfect. Three cars ahead of it couldn't get down it because there was obviously some sort of debris in the lane. They went out there and tried to clean it. It still was relatively dirty when we were the first cars out, or the first car out in that left lane. We made a decent run, but it was not obviously the potential that we could have run in there. But we got down there, didn't hit anything, got qualified, and that's a starting point.
Now, when you were talking about the swing and the testing, of course, racing gas costs a little bit more than the $4 a gallon we're paying at the pump, I'm thinking. Yeah,
but the racing gas, that's already been worked into the budget. We were, blindsided with this. Well, diesel fuel is over $5 a gallon in the West, so we got blindsided by that. So when you factor that into there, I mean, it's just cost prohibitive to go test at this point in time. And we don't have the opportunity to test. We've got Norwalk back-to-back with this race, got a week off, try to get everything ready for the Western Swing, because you have to have all your equipment in order, because obviously from Seattle, you're not going to drive back to your shop in Atlanta to repair a set of heads. So we've got to have all our equipment fresh and ready to go, so that week between Norwalk and Denver that we may have used for testing, we're going to just have to use to rebuild equipment so it's fresh for the three races.
And of course, the notes. How much can notes from past years help you as far as if you say you're going in there blind, but does that gives you kind of like a baseline to deal with, right?
Well, yeah, we've I alluded to that when I said that they completely resurfaced that track. They've got a cooling system in or 200 feet from the starting line, so they can maintain a relatively uniform temperature on the racetrack there, which certainly will help the racetrack. But it's never been there before. We'll know what to do as far as atmospheric conditions. But it's going to be a tune-up for the chassis.
that was a flip of the coin.
You got it.
Okay. Okay, I think we got it there, Double J. Thanks for luck, and we'll chat. We'll see. I think the next time we see you in person will be down at Bruton Smith's new facility outside of Concord.
Stop by.
That ought to be interesting.